With a focus on regional security cooperation, India and the United States have held the third edition of the 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue in New Delhi, during which both sides have signed a landmark defense agreement which signals further boosting of bilateral defense and military ties. Here's all you should know. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Defense Secretary Mark T. Esper held talks with External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Defense Minister Rajnath Singh at a time when India is engaged in a bitter border standoff with China. The broad focus of the meet was on four themes: regional security cooperation, defense information sharing, military to military interactions, and defense trade. During the talks, India and the US signed a long negotiated pact, BECA, or Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement. BECA will provide for sharing of the high-end military technology, geospatial maps, and classified satellite data. The BECA agreement will give India access to classified geospatial data as well as critical information having significant military applications. Under BECA, the two countries can exchange maps, nautical and aeronautical charts, commercial and other unclassified imagery, geophysical, geomagnetic, and gravity data. The agreement will allow the US to share sensitive satellite and sensor data that would help India in striking military targets with pinpoint accuracy. Through BECA, India will also have access to highly accurate military-grade data from US satellites with real-time intelligence. The data obtained will help India on its northern-western borders with Pakistan and China. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh said, and I quote, "We are happy that we've completed the BECA Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement, which will open new avenues in the information sharing. We are eager to discuss further issues with US." He also said our economies have suffered losses. We are trying to revive industries and services sectors. Our partnership becomes more important in the view of the current challenges we are facing. We both believe in rule-based order and democracy. US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo had strong words for China today and said the US stands with India to deal with any threat. Our leaders and our citizens see with increasing clarity that the Chinese Communist Party is no friend to democracy, the rule of law, transparency, nor the freedom of navigation, the foundation of a free and open and prosperous Indo-Pacific. I'm glad to say India and the US are taking all steps to strengthen cooperation against all threats and not just those posted by the CCP. He added. While US Secretary of Defense Mark Esper noted that the bilateral defense cooperation is continuing to grow, he also said our cooperation meets the challenges of the day and principles of a free and open Indo-Pacific. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval also had a meeting with both US secretaries at South Block over key aspects of growing strategic ties between the two countries. Concluding his remarks, US Secretary of Defense Mark Esper said, as the world confronts a global pandemic and growing security challenges, the India-US partnership is more important than ever to ensure security, stability, and prosperity of the region and the world. The timing of the Secretary's visit to India comes at a time when India and China are locked in a serious military conflict along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. It also holds significance as America is going into the presidential election next week on 3rd November.